Alrighty, it is Wednesday. So I got car wash over here in Stewart. So I'm actually gonna switch to that car wash because it's a little closer. That means I can start in Jupiter. I still got the one down in down south, not the 10th Ave, but the other one I could do if I'm going to Miami or whatever. It's a different car wash that I got up in Jacksonville. That's got a location down there. Just for some reason with these, you can't use much of them for some reason, or I had an issue with it. The reason why I got the actual car wash when it's like one like these is because I want to be able to use multiple locations. But for some reason there was like an issue. I don't know. They still let me use it, but it doesn't work as I thought. But it's all good. I mean, it's nothing against them, and I'm not complaining in a sense of, oh, this car wash sucks. It's just I usually do the chain car washes like this so that I can literally just go wherever I'm closest to, and it's not like they denied me ever, so I don't want it to be like that. But it's just I can't go through it and just do it like the one in I go down south. I can just pull up and it does it, and it automatically charges me. So I'm paying $60 a month for 2 car washes, but 2 different ones. But I'm going to be up in Jacksonville in a minute. I'm going to need it, and I think they have some in Georgia. If they do have them in Atlanta, I have to double check. I'm going to keep it, otherwise I actually might cancel it. But I am going to be working Miami this weekend. I'm going to work the clubs, I'm going to work Wynwood and all that, so I might need that car wash one more week. After that, I'll see. If I don't need it, I'll just do this one. It doesn't matter, as long as I clean it out and clean it. If I get bugs on it because I'm on 95, I just go to the gas station, wipe it off. I have cleaning stuff. It's not that big of a deal. I just need a good vacuum and all that, because spray car wash, it's just too expensive when I don't have the vacuum, and I wash every day. The only problem was when I had the sign on top of my car, I couldn't go through the car washes. But see, a lot of people don't realize, like, I started off doing Uber, and I had a sign on my car. I was advertising, running ads, or at least I was trying. I was doing a little research with it. It's a little hard when you just got one car, and Jacksonville's not really the area to kind of start that type of business. They're a little slow when it comes to the new different things. Miami, Orlando, stuff like that. It's a little bit up to date on it, or more. They're more apt to try something than Jacksonville. It's too kind of still big, small town. They're not really, and I know a lot of times I say stuff, people probably get mad or think like I'm, and there was times where I was like, oh, Miami sucks and this sucks, and I had a bad attitude, and I shouldn't have had that, and that's what you guys will see a little different in, and I apologize for that, but at least I can recognize it and change it, because if you can't recognize it and you can't change it, that's where the problem is. Everybody's human, we all make mistakes, but if you can't realize those mistakes or realize what you're doing and change it, so get out, make sure it's clean. Then you're just not, it's not good. You got to be able to change. You got to be able to adapt, and that's one thing I learned from prison, was being able to adapt. And a lot of people too, like, they'll realize somebody made some crazy comment about all these different charges and stuff and about renting. It had nothing to do with it. It's almost like they're baiting me to talk about whatever, because people, I guess, they don't watch my old stuff. Like I told everybody, I had drug charges, a sales charge near a gas station, and right down the street from where I'm at right now. That's why I do so much time and enhance the charge. They weren't serious charges. I worked out the gate. I went to work release, so no crazy charges, no nothing. I got nothing to hide from anybody, but people don't see it because you don't watch the old content. A lot of people are new and they don't realize it, but I've been transparent about everything. I'm always transparent. That's why I'm trying to do all this stuff for free. I could actually be a scumbag and go create a course on school. I already got it kind of set up, and start charging you guys $50 a month to try to learn how to do Uber Black. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm going to show you how I learned how to do it, the whole process of me doing it, and then show it to you for free. And I make money off advertising. Like, you can make money off advertising. It's not that hard. Like, it just takes longer. And you probably I'll be honest with you, I'll probably make more off the advertising than I would if I tried to be a scumbag and charge everybody for a course. Because I would get people, I'd make money. But it would be, after a while, you just get a lot of heat. And I already get heat as it is because I'm doing this for free. But the reason I'm getting heat is because I'm getting it from the people that are mad because they're trying to sell a course, and I'm making it hard for them because I'm doing it for free. So either way you do it, you're going to have issues, backlash. So I don't really care. But that was the problem. That was what my attitude was. I was letting all that stuff get to me, and I didn't realize it. I really didn't realize. And I had other stressors that kind of compounded, but I was letting that stuff get to me. And I had practiced with Reddit. I learned how not to argue with people, not to trolls, how to deal with all that. That was my training ground with dealing with people, was Reddit. But I forgot some of that training. I forgot some of those things, and I was trying to prove a point, and I let it get to me. And I would answer them with videos and different stuff. But now you're gonna see different. All that stuff, whatever. I don't care. It's gone. If anything, I just block you. I don't care. Bye. Have a good one. I did that to one guy. I looked on his profile. It's like, oh, you're just your neighborhood troll or your friendly troll, and he kept trolling me. So I blocked him on TikTok. What? One person? Big deal. I don't care. 10 people. Bye. I don't want to deal. Normally I won't really care, but once you start to be too much of a pain, you start to bring in too much negativity in my comments, and it affects other people because they don't see it, and I have to get rid of it because I'm like, I don't mind having people that criticize me and leave that stuff in there because I want the people to see, like, look how I answer people's stuff. But when you're just trolling and you definitely don't drive and you definitely don't know what you're talking about, I don't have time for that. So I'm rambling a little too long. Let me get out here. Let me turn the app on. Let me make some money. All right, so now I'm in Stewart. They got surges everywhere. I just turn it on because this is close. Like, if I could make $200 and stay over here in Stewart and work Stewart and Jupiter, I'd do it. Especially because of the fact that I'm like 20 minutes from the house. Definitely would love it. It'd be like being in Jacksonville again. Except for Jacksonville, I could literally be. The airport was 45 minutes from the house. The beach was 30 minutes. Everywhere was like 30 minutes, unless it was St. Augustine. That was like 15 minutes. So it's all, it'd be nice to be able to work in an area. Well, I mean, I stayed at the Airbnbs and stuff, but like be in an area where I'm actually at for a, the next few weeks, because I got court next week. I'm going to do that. Now, after that, I've got to get a few things set up with Atlanta. I'm trying to figure out when the DMV is open, 2, when I should, when I'm gonna do it, because my goal at this point is I'm not necessarily leaving after court. I was gonna try and do that, but I want to kind of spend. I think my family would like if I stayed and spent Christmas with them, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. New Year's, though, I want to be in Atlanta for New Year's. I could do Miami for New Year's, and I'd make money, but I really kind of want to do Atlanta because I want to be in a whole different area for a holiday and make some money, start off with a good bang of money on a holiday, and trying to learn the area, because that'd be pretty interesting. Trying to figure out Atlanta and during a busy holiday, there's no better way to figure out an area than when it's super busy. Same way as a restaurant. No better way to learn your job at a restaurant, like as a server or bartender, than to work a busy Friday night or something when you literally got to go balls to the wall everywhere, just doing whatever. And that is literally the best way to learn, because you're going to see everything, going to run into every issue. It's going to be super busy, and people aren't going to care if you don't know what you're doing, because you literally are just kind of helping everybody. That's how you actually learn. If it's slow, you don't get to do a lot of stuff. When it's busy, you're going to have no choice but to do a lot of stuff. So that's how you learn faster. I always was like, hey, just throw me to the wolves. Let me just be there on a busy night. That's the easiest way to learn everything. You ain't got no choice. You got to catch up with everybody. So that'd be a nice way to learn the area. Now it's like not giving me, I think I'm going to get on US 1. Because I was going to go on 95, but I might just go US 1 through Hope Sound, because I could probably get a ride to the airport. A lot of there's some nice houses out there in Hope Sound. I've worked out there before. That's a longer route. It's going to go through Jupiter, but I think I'm going to do it because I want to get a different view of a different area. I want to show you guys something. And there's a surge. There's literally a surge. So I'm going to turn at this light, and I could cut over all the way over to where I got to go. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's see what I get. All right, so now I paused it, right? I'm paused. Now, I could leave it on. I could take a left, but I want to try to make sure I get those surges. So what I did was I paused it while I'm sitting here waiting at the light, because I can't turn. There's a 5-hour surge over there to my left. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to actually wait so that, or I'll have it paused so that I can get that surge without worrying about it going away. Because if I leave it on and I get closer to the area, there's a chance it might disappear because of the fact that I'm in that area. It's what it's trying to do, is draw me over there. Now, it's not a busy area. It's not a whole lot of drivers out in this area because Stewart is smaller. But, you know, Port St. Lucie, that's pretty big. But I've kind of worked it. It's not always that busy, but I wasn't doing Uber either. I was doing like Premier. Premier's in this county. That's why I'm over here. But this is where it starts. This is where it starts, is Martin County. Actually, Jensen Beach, which is just a couple 10 miles north of Stewart. Still the same county. Martin County is where it starts. Because you can see right here, I got Premier hourly and all that. And I got a $4.75 surge. See, I told you. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to turn it on. I am going to turn it on. I could have tried to get the $7 surge, but I'm just going to stick with the 4 because I don't think I'm going to get a ride anyways with Premier. So I'm not too worried about $3 or $2.25 more cent. I mean, I am, but I'm not. Like, at the same time, like, I am worried about it because it is extra money, but it doesn't mean it's going to give me a good ride, and it might not give me a ride because of that. But if it's charging the customer more, I mean, it'd be great if I got a ride to PBI, because I've taken people down here, Palm City and stuff like that. I've taken people from the airport. It's only 30 minutes away from the airport, maybe 45. Traffic up here is not bad. It's not like Miami. It's not like Fort Lauderdale. It's not like Orlando. Traffic up here really is not nothing. And I've been and stopped at a bunch of red lights, like going to the gym and all that, because, you know, it's when you stop at every red light, obviously it slows you down, but traffic wise, it's nothing. I mean, if you lived here, see, now they went down some because it's registered me as in the area. But I mean, I'm at $4.75. I mean, $2, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I don't even think I'm going to get a ride. I have a good feeling I'm probably going to get all the way down here to Jupiter, maybe Hope Sound, before I even get a ride. Definitely probably Jupiter before I get a ride. But we'll see. Because maybe not. Maybe I get a ride. I've had them over here. I've done Premier. But I also could get an XL ride because I have XL on. I just don't have Comfort on. I don't have Premier on. Because I'm going to try Jupiter out today. I'm trying like Stewart, Jupiter. Because if I can make some money, that's great. But it is a Wednesday. It is, you know, middle of the week. So it's not like it's that busy of an area. Now, if you're doing Uber, you probably get some rides. But when you work a smaller area like this, though, and I bet, and if you guys work smaller areas, like I know somebody who works Vero and stuff like that, do you guys really pick up a lot of the same people since it's a smaller area? Like, I'm not saying like if you're in like say St. Augustine, that is a smaller area, but it's a touristy area, so it's a little bit different. I'm not really saying that because even though St. Augustine is smaller, it's touristy, so you got tons of people. You pick up a lot of tourists. But I'm talking about an area that's, I mean, even Vero's got touristy, because I picked up people, they were there for a business convention. So it's like Fernandina Beach. When you got Jacksonville, you got Fernandina Beach, which is north, and then you got St. Augustine, which is south of Jacksonville. And both of those are touristy spots. They're kind of like, you know, your small town beach towns. But St. Augustine's real historical. It's like the oldest city in the U.S., so it's really touristy. Fernandina Beach, you've got a lot of business conferences at the Ritz and at the Omni, so that's kind of busy. And then you got a lot of snowbirds, and you got a lot of people that kind of come there just to like hideaway type of deal. But it's not as busy as St. Augustine. St. Augustine, you have like this time of year right now, you got night of lights, you got tons and tons of people there. I honestly wouldn't mind going there and working to do the night of lights. I could probably do it when I go up to Jacksonville. I could probably work a night over there. There is no Premier, but I could do XL and I could do Comfort. But I might do it just to show you guys what the night of lights look like. And I got a Premier ride, so you know what? I'm gonna take it. It's $13. Yep, I'm definitely gonna take it. And some of these people, I wonder sometimes that they order Premier, they don't really know what Premier is. They just ordered it on there. Because I picked up people and I'm like, they don't. If it was said black, they wouldn't have ordered it. That's why Uber got sneaky with naming it Premier, but they're getting rid of it. I'm gonna take that one. $82 to Fort Lauderdale. I'm gonna do it. Now we're gonna see how long I gotta do to pick her up. 4:15, so it's only a couple minutes, but it's $113. I'm gonna actually take it because I'm going to Fort Lauderdale, getting paid for it. It was only like, I forget how many miles it was, but for $113, you can't beat that. Think about that, guys. I literally just started work here in Stewart, which is a good thing, and I was hoping this would happen. I do one Premier ride, and then I get an airport reservation, or for it might even be the airport, I can't remember, but for $113. I mean, you can't beat that. That's great. So hey, I ain't complaining. I'm getting paid to go to Fort Lauderdale. I can go down there and do 3 or 4 rides. If it's to the airport, I get me a good ride back to the airport. That'd be like the best thing ever. That'd be like a crazy episode. Like, oh, I got to ride down to Fort Lauderdale and a ride back and make a couple $100. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? But I'll be honest with you, the odds of that are happening are almost like I would literally I'd buy a Powerball ticket, because the odds of getting that would be about the same as winning the lottery. So, but hey, if I get it, that's going to be crazy. But we'll see. I might. You never know. I'm not going to hold out and try to get it, because that's not going to happen. But I've literally got a ride from Fort Lauderdale Airport to Stewart. So listen, it could happen. I could literally get paid to go down there and come back, make $200-something and be done for the night. I literally would too. I'd be like, all right, I got paid to go down there and come back. I'm good. I'm gonna stay home, go home and edit another video. They'll turn this episode into a YouTube short, because that's how short of a day it was. But let me pick her up. I ain't gotta wait but 15 minutes, so it ain't too long of a wait. I was kind of worried, but somebody else had that reservation. And that's the good thing about this area, is people will get that reservation, they'll take it, and then they'll cancel because they don't want to go to Fort Lauderdale. I was going to be going down that way to work anyway, so it doesn't matter. It works out perfect. But I understand, because there was times when I was in Jacksonville and I would get a ride to Orlando Airport reservation. And sometimes it'd be worth the money, but this was back when I was doing Uber and Comfort. Sometimes it would pay good, sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes I would take them, sometimes I wouldn't. I mean, I would go to Gainesville once a week on a Sunday and take people there for about, I want to say it was like $105 or something, and it would only take me an hour to get to Gainesville. It'd be at like 11 o'clock at night, so I'd work, start at 3 or 4, work all night, make like $100-something, then drive to Gainesville, do a couple rides in Gainesville, because I would literally drop them off at this college, because usually it was students at University of Florida, and then sometimes it was like a doctor or some of the locals. I'd drop them off, and there'd be a surge at the Gainesville airport. They have Delta, they have Southwest. I'd go pick up some more UF students, and that's when I learned that airport, literally people can fly into Gainesville. It's really expensive. It's 5 minutes away from the campus or even downtown or whatever, but they don't have as many flights because it's a small airport, but they do have Delta and they do have Southwest. So I have picked up people at the Gainesville airport. That's what I'm saying. I've worked just about every airport in this state except for Sarasota, Naples, and all that, like Fort Myers. That's the only airport I have not worked, unless there's one in like Pensacola, but I couldn't tell you. But let me pick up this girl, take her to, I believe, the airport, and hopefully it's the airport, and then I'll be working at Fort Lauderdale tonight. But that's why I switched the car wash. That's why I went and got it today. It was because I had to drive all the way down to 10th Avenue to get my car washed. I'm not staying down there anymore. If I drive over here and get my car washed and then start working, I might get more rides like this, make more money, and waste less gas driving down there just to wash the car before I work. Because it makes more sense now that I'm staying at Fort Pierce. But now, if I have to wash it again, say it gets really dirty, or I go through like a construction site or whatever, and I get like stuff all of it, it's like frustrated. It's like, oh man, I just washed the car. Well, I have another one down there in Fort Lauderdale where I can get my car washed, so it's not a big deal. And I can go these places multiple times a day, but I don't have to do that. And it takes a lot of time to go through them if so. But let me go pick up this girl and drive her. I hope it's the airport, because then I'll get a good ride. If I get 2 rides back, that'd be like the craziest, easiest Uber day I've ever worked. But I would have to like stay around here and work some more, because I mean, I made good money, but I don't want to really take the night off. I want to really kind of work, because last night I made $150. I took the night off because I got kind of tired, or it was busy, but it was a Tuesday, it was raining, so that was more why too. Sometimes when it rains, you get tired of working, and it's not always safe because the roads are wet, and just, It's just better sometimes when it's not raining, but it's more money when it's raining because there's more surges, because more people need a ride in bad weather. And I'm pretty sure it's probably the same with snow, but I might think snow honestly might be more dangerous than snow might be more dangerous than the water, just because black ice stuff. But I don't know, I've never really driven in snow, so I don't know, it might be the same as water. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying driving in the rain's not dangerous, but you know. So it's showing her already, so she must be ready. She could be ready. Sometimes people can start their reservation a little bit early, but I'm on the way. I'm not supposed to be there at 4:15, and I'm literally a half a mile away going through the red light, so I'll be at her house in a second. So let me pick her up, let me take her, and let's see what I get after I drop her. All right, so I dropped off that couple. I'm at 166. She gave me a tip. Yeah, she gave me a good tip. I got like 30 bucks, $39 tip. So look at that, good ride to come to the airport. So let's see if we get a ride. Let's see what we get. I got Comfort, and I don't got Comfort. I got XL, and I got Premier on. It says head to the waiting lot. So that's what you do. Head to the waiting lot. Take your time. Now I'm gonna go to the waiting lot. My mouth was super dry. Luckily I had a mint, because like for some reason my mouth gets so dry. Sometimes I was talking to him. Luckily, like, it was a long drive, and then like talked to him a little bit, and then kind of like got distracted with driving, and they were talking to each other, so it gave me a break because my mouth was like super dry. I didn't have a drink, so I'm like, dang, I don't have no water, nothing. I was like, dang, I swear sometimes when you get stuck in a long ride, you're not prepared for it. Like, it's great when I had long rides and I had a reservation like ahead of time, so I was prepared for, let me go grab a drink while you're waiting, let me do this, let me do that. I couldn't do anything. Like, I didn't have nothing, and it's like I can't even get to the waiting lot. This is weird. Look at this. They got it all blocked off. I can't get to the waiting lot, so I don't know what to do. I gotta do, I'm trying to get to the rental car, maybe. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna swing back around to return to the terminals. I'm gonna have to swing back through the terminals. I ain't got no choice, because I couldn't get over there to the waiting lot because they had it blocked off. And I bet you the reason why they had it blocked off was because it was too much traffic. But I guess they're doing construction or something, I don't know. Or maybe you can't go that way to get to the I'm gonna go towards the arrivals. I'm not going back towards the departures. I'm just gonna go to arrivals, see if I can't get back to the waiting lot. That might help me. I might be able to get to the waiting lot now going to arrivals, but then again, I might not be able to. That's weird. I ain't been here in like a week, so I don't know if they changed something or not. So if you're watching this and you see it, if I'm still down here, if they changed it, let me know, because I can't figure out what they did. And it kind of hurts me because, well, I guess I got to circle back around. If I get a ride, I get a ride. If I don't, well, I'm heading out of here next. And it sucks because I really wanted to stop for a second, and now I can't. And I can't get to the waiting lot. Can't do anything. I'm going to have to go through departures because I'm going to have to, because I literally cannot. I'm not doing arrivals and stuff. I'm not doing all that. They get stuck. Cell phone lot, self-parking. I'm going to departures. Oh well, I don't know where the cell phone, I can't get to it. I don't know if they got it changed or something. They must have something going on. This airport's weird. I don't know. It really doesn't make sense that you can't get to the waiting lot. Like, you literally can't get to the waiting lot. It don't make no sense. I don't know if it's closed off, because I don't even see anybody going over there at all. Like, nobody's leaving and going over there. There's no cars. There might be a car over there, but why would they block it off? So when you leave here, you can't go get another ride because you can't even go to the waiting lot. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And you can't get back around to it. I'm leaving. I'm done with this airport. I made $150 off that ride. I don't care. It's probably not even that busy. It's a Wednesday, but it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't go anywhere. What are these people literally doing? You're an idiot. People are, I hate driving here sometimes. People are so stupid. Oh my God. People are so stupid sometimes. And listen, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, people are idiots. Literally, like, these guys are probably confused too. I'm leaving. I ain't get it right. I ain't worried about it. See, it doesn't always, because it's probably not that busy. It is a Wednesday. I don't usually even go to, well, I'd go to it, but it's whatever. I always say, look, it works, and then sometimes it doesn't work. Very rarely it doesn't. Now, if I'd have had Uber on, it would have definitely worked. So most people that are watching this, they're doing like Uber stuff, yeah, you're going to get it every time. When I'm doing the higher tiers, there's occasions where it doesn't work, but I'm not turning on Uber just to, I got to get a ride, and I'm not going to do it just to show you, because I'm always honest. I'm like, look, either I get a ride or I don't. I don't really care. Like, it just happens or it doesn't happen. I'm not stressing it. I'm not sweating it. I don't care. Sweating, I'm not trying to use the slang, but I'm not stressing about it. I'm not worried about it. All I care about is trying to make some money. I just made $152. And actually, I'm at 166. I can't complain. I'm about to go make me some more money. Make me a quick $200-300. See how easy you can make money so fast sometimes? And then literally, it could take forever to make that same amount of money. So for now on, every day, I'm going to that same car wash. I'm going to wash my car there instead of down off 10th Avenue. It makes no sense anymore. I'm going to start off in Stewart and get me a ride all the way down here and make some money. So, or I might go to PBI. It don't matter. And then I go to PBI, get a ride, and get somebody that's going to Fort Lauderdale when I leave PBI. And then when I leave there, come here and then get a ride back. Because it would have been funny if I'd have got a ride all the way back to Stewart for another $150 and then been like, I made $300 off 3 rides, and I literally went to Fort Lauderdale and back and got paid for it. I mean, that would have been crazy. But like I told you, that's super rare. It's not going to happen. I'm going to go hit this gas station. I need something to drink because my mouth is like super dry, and I need some more mints. The icebreaker mint was actually what saved me because my mouth was so dry. I popped one of them in there, and it really made a difference. Not like it hydrated me or nothing, but it literally made a difference. Then I got some other stuff that I would make a TikTok thing off of, but I ain't gonna do it right now. I actually meant to do the other thing too, but I forgot about it. I'm trying to figure out where this gas station is. I don't know if I was supposed to turn there or not. Actually, I'm about to go eat a piece of pizza at this place over here. That's what I'm about to do. I didn't even think about it because I haven't really eaten at all anything today. I'm hungry, and I'm gonna go eat this pizza place over here in Fort Lauderdale, and then I'm gonna go make me some money. But I gotta eat something first. So they got the robots at Fort Lauderdale. I'm right here by Las Olas. I only thought it was a little South Beach or Brickell. That's crazy. Look, we're in Lauderdale traffic. I got a surge, got the builds and everything. Trying to go get a piece of pizza, but I was landing at a surge, so I turned it off. If I get it right, I get it right. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get a piece of pizza. I might end up going down to Miami tonight. I'm thinking about going hit Wynwood stuff. I'm gonna be there this weekend. I had a late start, but it means I just work late. So we'll see what happens. Definitely gonna see what happens. I'm hungry. I had to take some lactate pills because for some reason, that's why I get so many issues is lactose intolerant for some reason. I guess because I didn't drink milk for like 8 years because I never bought it on the canteen. They don't serve it to you like people think. But for some reason, I guess maybe I'm getting older. I don't know. So it's caused a lot of issues. But now I got these, I ain't worried about it no more. So I'm gonna go eat me a nice piece of pizza, and then I'm gonna go drive around. And I'm gonna make some money because I'm at 166.60. So, and I'm in Fort Lauderdale, stuck in a tunnel, a lot of traffic, 450. But I gotta go eat. I'm with a pizza place right over here by Target. I think it's by Lauderdale by the sea, or no, it's the one exit before it. I can't remember. I know this area too, but it's crazy. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna do Lauderdale by the sea, work my way down. I'm gonna go to Hollywood, Hollandale, and then go over to Aventura, and then I'm gonna hit Wynwood and all that later on tonight. It's still early for Wynwood and stuff because those things. I know Art Basil's over with, but Miami never really sleeps, and who knows what else they got going on. Because those little, you'd be surprised. But I mean, what I want to try to see though is let's see how busy that area, because I was getting a lot of Premier rides that were like $20-30. I could do those all night long, not driving that far, get $30, boom. Now if there's not a surge, but there's still good rides, still just taking a bunch of girls to the club, I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with that at all. Because I did have a couple of pretty girls I was taking to the club. One girl was nice. I was talking to her. Like, I would talk to them. I don't care. I used to be, like, kind of shy. And I used to, like, I'm not going to talk. Or I'm not going to talk unless they say something. Nah, for now, I'm just going to talk. I don't care. I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, let me get your phone number. I'm not going to do all that stuff. And they won't mind, they can ask for it, but I ain't gonna do all that. But I am gonna talk. I ain't gonna try to be like, oh, I don't know if they want to talk. Now I'm just gonna talk. And if I get the vibe they just want me to shut up, then I'll shut up. But I'm gonna start talking more to people. Like the other people I talked, had a good conversation, and then they got busy doing some other stuff. And then sometimes you get the hint people are tired or whatever. So I'm pretty good at reading people, but then sometimes you can't really read people, and then some people are just like some of the old people I had from like New York that just literally, they're like, oh, do I need to get to know you for the ride? Well, I mean, how else do we pass the time? I mean, you want to tell me a story? Because I'll listen. I don't care. Tell me what you did in 1945. You know what I'm saying? I'm just joking. That's kind of mean. I didn't mean that, but still, I'm over here. Where's it at? Oceans Bank. This is Los Olas. No, this is Broward Boulevard. Because Los Olas is like you go under Los Olas. So this is the street next to it. You take a right. Then you got to take it back another right. I forget what street it is. And it cuts it right back into Los Olas. But Los Olas isn't really that busy because you got more those golf cart guys. Which you'll see a lot of them. They make some money, but when it's cold, well, they can't do much. So I got a Premier ride, and I'm gonna take it. We're gonna take it. Let's see if I can get it. 16 bucks. I'm gonna take it because it's going over there. Oh, all requests taken. It's just going over there where I was going anyways. If it comes back for less money, I'm definitely not taking it because it does that sometimes. It's crazy. But I'm trying to go eat some pizza real quick. I was just leaving it on because I had a surge. Why not take it? Because look, Hollandale, all that's got a surge. But it is 6 o'clock. But who knows? It might be busy tonight. This is the area I'm talking about right here. Where's it at? Shoot. Dang. Where is it at? Fontainebleau, no, it's over here, North Miami. You got, honestly, I can't even find it right now. It's somewhere over there, like maybe it's, I don't know, maybe I was looking at somewhere over there. I know where it's at. I gotta find it, but let me go get this pizza. Stopped, ate some pizza, and my mouth is like burnt my mouth. I would eat pizza when it's hot and it like burns the roof of your mouth. That's what I feel like right now. But got a surge still. I hit the wrong button, but ain't got nothing, so I don't know. It's weird I still got the surge. It keeps wanting me to run a test, but I don't want to run a test. It's like it doesn't want to give me the surge. Yeah, they gave me a $39 tip. Just reset it, and I ended up getting a ride request. I'm not gonna take it because it's a match. But that's how you gotta do it sometimes. I literally reset it and got a ride. I've been online for 5 minutes because I made $160. It doesn't want to give me a ride. And I even put comfort on. And then I hit reset and bam, I get a request immediately once I had to take off teen requests. I had to take off something else, the deliveries and all that stuff too. But I did it. And it works. People say, oh, it's just slow. It ain't slow over here. Trust me. It's just, I made a lot of money real quick, and it's like I made $160 an hour. So it's trying to, oh, you made too much money. No, Uber, I didn't. I made just enough money. I need to make more money. Now I could go on Lyft and do it, but I guess he ain't going. Well, it just had a ride come up twice, and then it disappeared like exclusive. But it went away. I'm about to go down to Aventura and stuff. Actually, still a little early. I'm gonna work this little area real quick. See, the waiting lot's got 75 cars. Look at that. That's a lot of people waiting. But it's a Monday or a Wednesday, so it's not really that good. I don't know, maybe people are paying attention now and stop stop sitting in the waiting lot. It's not worth it. So, there's that ride again. It's a little bit more money. I'm gonna take it. Let's go pick them up. Let's go do this. So I'm sitting there driving out of this place. I dropped those people off. It was like $5 at Coconut's, pretty busy spot. So I'm looking at the girls walking, and not paying attention. I hit one of the cones, and it kind of popped me up. It scared me for a second. I was like, did I hit a golf cart or something? Like, there wasn't nothing there. It was a cone. I felt like an idiot. Probably everybody at the bar see me. They're probably like, what did you hit? I didn't hit nothing. It was just the thing. I like ran over the bottom of it, but I felt like an idiot. I was looking at the girl, and yeah, I felt like an idiot. Hey, you know what? Maybe some people laughed. Maybe I made them smile or something. I don't know. I'll be willing to make people laugh at my expense if it make you brighten your day up a little bit. I don't even worry about it. That's fine with me. But I just felt like an idiot because I'm like, what the heck? I ain't hit nothing. Where did something come out of nowhere and hit me? Because I wasn't going, but literally a half a mile an hour or something, like literally just creeping because they were walking in front of me. I was waiting for them to, I didn't know if they were getting in a car to the left of me or to the right of me, or if they're walking to the road, what are they doing? So I was just waiting, and then bam, I'm like, what the stupid cone? It was literally just one of the cones, but I think it was on like a, not really a curb, but it was on something, because it kind of like made me go over it. But I just felt like an idiot because I'm like, wow, these people thought I hit something when I really didn't. But whatever, it's all good. You know, it happens. Stuff happens sometimes, you know. It is what it is. It's whatever. So I did that $5 ride. They were nice people. They were from DC. They're like, yeah, it's freezing up there. So I'm like, well, at least you came down at a good time. So I always ask people where they're from, you know. And I always wonder, I'm like, I wonder if they, you can actually tell by when I talk to people if they have an idea. Because like the one girl, listen, like I went to, when I first got here, I went to Dania Beach. Now, a lot of people ain't really know me as much back then. And I'm not saying tons of people know me either, but I put a lot of content out there, so I'm sure you've seen me. A lot of people have, whatever, right? But the point is back then, not as many people. I still put a lot, but not as much. I probably put out double the amount that I had when I got here, right? But when you're in a certain area, a lot of those people that live in that or are in that area or post stuff about that get that type of content, so they're going to know about it, right? Well, the bartender at the Dania Casino, Beach Casino, when I was staying at the Motel 6, when I had that whole issue with the no Wi-Fi and all that, I had to move or whatever. So went in there and talking to her, seen the way she looked, I'm like, I wonder if she'd probably seen my videos, right? And then she made a comment about, well, I don't have a Cadillac, and I'm like, how would you know? I didn't say nothing to her. Like, you might say something, slip up, but I'm not gonna say nothing. But I don't think I ain't catch it. Like, I'm pretty slick. I just because I don't say stuff or let off on stuff doesn't mean I don't pay attention or I don't know or whatever, right? I know better. And she slipped up and said that. She's like, I don't have a Cadillac. And I'm like, and then she caught herself and then didn't really kind of act like it never happened. I just ignored it. And I'm like sitting there thinking in my head, like, how do you know I got a Cadillac? Like, I mean, only way you know is you watched it. So, you know, little things like that I catch, which is fine. It's cool. I want people to watch so that when I know people watching, it's great. It's working. It's going out there. That's the whole point. Like, I'll be like, oh, you watch my videos? I don't care. I'm glad you watched it or you've seen it or you know what it is. Besides all that, it don't matter. But those people I don't really know. And then some people do, some people don't. I could tell when people, even when they find it when they're in the car. But I mean, it's not, I don't know, it's whatever. It's gonna get more like it because I'm just gonna continue to put more content out there. More and more content. And then when I'm in certain regions, those people see that content because it's like a regional based content. A lot of people go out there and then it's regional at the same time. I learned that because I'll see videos from people in different areas. It'll pop up in my stuff because I posted videos in certain other areas. Art Basel popped up all kinds of stuff I never really saw because I posted stuff about Art Basel. So that's why it does that. It's part of the algorithm, you know. But I guess some people don't figure that out or don't understand it. Like, I don't claim to know everything about social media and all that, but I have a really good idea of how it works. Those people don't really give me credit because you guys don't even know about the advertising business I was doing before this because people don't see those videos. And then somebody asked me about it and I said, yeah, why do you think I do content besides trying to make some extra money? Well, it's because of that advertising business. I was trying to hire drivers. I had a digital LED sign. He's like, what company was that? It's my company. That's what you guys don't understand. Everything I do is my business. I'm not trying to go work for somebody else. I'm not going to have you pay me to do something. None of that. Unless you want to advertise with me, that's different. But I'm saying is, like, I'm not working for another company. I'm not doing any of that. Like, I'm not renting a car from you. I'm not going to be part of your fleet. I might help another driver out. A black car driver, you have your own content, I'll help you out. But am I going to go join a fleet? No. Am I going to rent a car from you? No. Am I going to do all that? No. Everything I do is my business. It takes longer, it's harder, but it's my business. The whole point is doing my own business. I'm trying to show everybody else the same thing. All right, so we're at 172. I've done 3 rides. Literally 3 rides. So what I'm gonna do is I'm heading south to Miami because Fort Lauderdale is just not that busy. I like the people here, it's nice. And let me just go ahead and roll back a little bit and say, look, I apologize for saying Miami sucks, Fort Lauderdale sucks, West Palm sucks, all these places suck. That was wrong of me. I shouldn't have said all that. I was more aggravated, mad at the moment, but I let my emotions kind of get the best of me. The stuff doesn't suck. What does suck? Yes, the traffic sucks, okay? The construction kind of sucks. The honking drives me nuts. But besides that, it's not really that big of a deal. It's not a bad area. It's expensive, but it doesn't suck. I was just mad, and honestly, I don't need to be like that, and that's why I take back a lot of that stuff I said. Even West Palm, it's just slow sometimes, but I'm working in wrong areas. Like, I think working in Jupiter, starting Stewart was actually smarter. Look, I've got $172. I've done 3 rides, and I just got down here. Instead of driving down here and trying to catch rides when I get to Boca. But that's the thing is, it takes a while to learn these areas. And even when I had people tell me different stuff, I try it, and it doesn't work. So I'm like, I'm thinking, well, and some people are doing different things than I am, so that doesn't always work either. So it takes a while to learn stuff. Now, the biggest thing is trying to learn the stuff fast enough to where I can maximize what I make without literally having to waste a lot of time to try to make money, Like, all the time I wasted in the beginning down here, like, I literally didn't know what I was doing and this and that. If I stayed down here, I'd probably start making a lot more money, but I don't want to stay down here. I want to go somewhere else. I want to see different areas. Like Tampa, I wasn't even there long enough. I didn't really make that much money in Tampa. I don't think I did that good. Tampa was almost more like honestly, Tampa and Orlando was more like a vacation. Like, literally, I just spent money and wasted money. Not really wasted, but I just spent money to go drive around, and it wasn't as bad, but it was the beginning of the test. It was kind of like, now I'm used to this stuff. You don't realize, like, now I'm used to it. I like staying with my dad and them, but I liked staying in the hotels by myself. Like, I don't know. I'm weird. Like, you got to think about it like this, right? I did 8.5 years. You're stuck in a dorm with hundreds of other people doing all kinds of stupid stuff, right? Now I can stay in a room all by myself. I got the lights to turn off. It's AC. I got all that. I could do whatever I wanted to. I love it. You think I'm ever going to do something to get in trouble to go back to that? You're crazy. You are crazy. You ain't going to pay me enough money to do something stupid to go back. And back to that too is, I should just give out my DC numbers so y'all go look it up too, because sometimes I wonder if people believe me. If you guys, you might as well not even look it up or like even know who to look up or whatever. And I've had people think, oh, you got a criminal background. How are you going to get past a background check? Because it's a drug charge. It's petty. It's stupid. If you looked up what the crime was, it was literally $20. $20 and $20. That was it. But because it was by a gas station, I got the minimum, or not minimum mandatory, because I would have done 15. But I had to do, the points got high, so I had to do literally 10 years. I was literally the lowest, 9.5 I think was the lowest, and they wouldn't give it to me, which was crazy. It was really crazy. Oh, we're not gonna do that. Like, I'm some like menace to society, but whatever. But yeah, like, my charges aren't serious. I went to work release. I went and worked out the gate. I just I got in a lot of trouble in there because it was doing a long time. I didn't really care. I was doing stupid stuff. My whole feeling was, when I was in there, do a bunch of dumb stuff, whatever, because when I get out, I gotta be serious and do what I'm doing now. Like, I ain't got time to play around, do nothing, and there you ain't got nothing to do, but I hustled. I sat there and I learned how to sew. I actually could sew any type of logo by hand, embroidery by hand, any logo. I could sit there and make TikToks, probably make millions of views on TikTok doing it, but I don't have the time to sit there 6 hours to sew a Louis Vuitton logo or something. And I don't want to do copyrighted material either, and I don't have logos to do. I might eventually one day do one of my logos. Once I get one, I might do it and do it by hand and show everybody, look, this is what I learned to do. I self-taught myself that. That's the thing, a lot of people don't give me credit. I self-taught myself how to do a lot of stuff, and I've learned a lot of stuff from other people too. So I'm not saying I'm just some genius, but I can do a lot of stuff, and people just don't realize that. But it's cool. I'm going to show everybody. There's a time. It's coming. I'm going to show you. But right now, I'm going to go make some money. I'm going down to Miami, and I might try to work the club scene. I don't know if it's busy on a Wednesday night. But Miami is a little bit different, so I don't know. I'm just bored. So I'm still at 172. Like, it's slow for Premiere and XL. I turned on Comfort, but it was giving me like stupid rides. Then I did regular Uber, and it was giving me trash too. So I'm just kind of holding out. It's just dead. I guess everybody's all partied out from Art Basel. But I just came a little bit south to Miami just to see how it is. I'll come back on the weekend. I ain't really dealing with it right now. I'm gonna work my way back up towards Fort Lauderdale. I mean, I made almost $200. Only did 3 trips, so I really don't care. I'll just literally work my way back up. It's just how it is sometimes. It's not always busy, and it's not. You can reset it and do that, but like people say, like even resetting it, if it's not busy, it's not busy. And when you got the higher tiers, it's not as busy, but always just not. But there's certain areas it was probably busier earlier. It might be busier later, but I'm not gonna wait around. Now it's getting a little busy on Ball Harbor, but I'm not going back over there. I'm working my way back up towards Fort Lauderdale. I might even go up to like Boca and do some rides out there. Just a little bit closer to home. Ain't no point of being way down here if it's not busy. I'm not making the money. I thought I'd try it out since I was down here. It's like I got paid to come down here, so it ain't that big of a deal. But I'll make my money on the way back. Try to make a couple, like 2 something, and then go home. When I can make a good bit of money real quick and I have to work too long, that's great. Especially when it's slow. It's just how it is sometimes. I still got to edit some more videos and do some other stuff, but my schoolwork's done, luckily. Then I got 1 more week, and then I got actually 2 classes, so it's a lot harder after that. Then you got the bright line going by. Oh, that's not the bright line. That's just the regular cargo train, or whatever you call it. Not a cargo train. Yeah, cargo train, I think, right? Yeah, something like that. I'm over here by Aventura Mall. Yeah, I'm right here in between Sunny Isles and Aventura. It's just kind of slow today. I mean, luckily I got that money. I'm gonna do that every day. I'm gonna start in Stewart. If I can make some money and then get paid to come down here and then start off like that, because otherwise I'd be down here and be like, dang, I ain't making no money. But you know what? If it's so and I'm not making that much money, I ain't worried about it. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna get aggravated. It is what it is. Wait it out. I'll get a ride. Watch. Something will pop up here soon. I'll make some money. It always works out. Just doing a higher tier, sometimes you just gotta be more patient. I honestly, not always that patient. I am impatient sometimes. I'm patient on certain things, like doing this channel, doing business, doing all that. I'm patient. But when it comes to like waiting around and try to get a good ride or do this or do that, I'm impatient. Like I don't feel like waiting. Sometimes I feel like I'm wasting time or whatever. So we'll see how it is. And it's funny when you got people walk by and say something slick about a video I did. I'm like, listen, you can say something smart, but at least I know you're watching. That's what's funny about it. Because I usually won't say nothing back. I hear somebody say something, I don't really care. Because when you start doing more content, you get more haters, just people that don't like to see somebody being successful. And then you also got competition that act like I had somebody put a crazy comment on one of my videos talking about, oh, I drink and do this and do just stupid stuff. Like, yeah, nothing to do with the video. You're literally just either probably don't do Uber. Two, I don't know, you're just bored or whatever, or you're one of the other people that try to do something that are mad because it's something I'm talking about. Because, I talk a lot about a lot of stuff, like doing private rides the right way, doing this. Now, I don't care what in a sense, like, everybody's an adult. You can do what you want to do, but what people don't realize, the reason why I'm so adamant about having commercial insurance, doing private rides, is because you get in an accident, that insurance company is literally going to deny all of your claims. I don't care if that's your best friend, you've known that client forever. They're going to deny all those claims. They know you do Uber, and you don't have a commercial policy, they're literally going to deny all your claims. Trust me, they're going to deny it all. And then if you're seriously injured, you can't pay for it, what are you going to do? And that's what people don't realize. Like, it's all good. You're like, oh, it's no big deal, it's never going to happen, until it does. And then everybody's all mad at each other because, oh, you didn't tell me that they would do this or that. So I just put it out there because I try to just say, hey, look, you guys gotta, if you do what you want to do, but you gotta be prepared for the consequences. And if something happens, I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope you don't have to deal with it. But if it does happen, well, that's what's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. People get mad about Premiere. Well, Premiere's phasing out. That's not me. That's Uber. I have nothing to do with it. You think I would like them to keep Uber Premiere, but I'd still be doing Uber Black. I'm still trying to move up, and I don't understand what's wrong with me trying to do that. You'd think you'd get more support from people like, man, that's great. I'm glad you're trying to do something more and this and that. You're starting a business, but it doesn't work out like that. So I got this ride. I'm not doing it. I just did one like that for like $6. And I'm training Uber that I'm going to literally take XL rides for dirt cheap. So they can keep that one. I already did one for $5. Yeah, I didn't drive that far, but it's still $5. I could do a Premier ride and make it $8.99 or $11.99 or whatever. So they can keep that $6. It's not going to really do nothing but put me in literally around the corner. So I want to keep it moving and wait for something that's better to pop up. Like, I'll just deny stuff. It's whatever. But that's the thing. Like, sometimes people comment stuff because they just want to stir something up and then, get a lot of hate. But I'm prepared for it. I could deal with it. Like, I could deal with it. I promise you. I know what I signed up for. I'm ready to go. And I'm going to keep doing what I do. And I'm going to keep trying to explain and show how all this works. I might switch up a little ways how I do some stuff, but hey, trust me, it's gonna work out. I'll show everybody how it's done here very soon. Once I start doing Uber Black, people start taking me a little bit more seriously. Because right now, I really do feel like people probably think it's like a joke. Like, yeah, he's not going to do it, blah, blah. Well, when I do it, I keep doing everything I say I'm going to do. Well, at some point, you either respect or you hate, or you're hating, you know, and whichever one you choose is on you. I try to respect people. Like, look, I respect what you do. Now, if you're doing something wrong, I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you. But if you're telling other people something to do something wrong, I'm obviously not going to agree with it. That's my opinion. And I'm going to back it up with facts of why I don't agree with it. And then if I'm wrong, I'm going to admit, hey, you know what? I was wrong about that. I'm going to tell you, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you're wrong sometimes. If you are wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. Actually, it shows more like, oh, you know what? I was wrong. It takes more to admit that you were wrong about something than to sit there and just be like you're always right. So I'm not always right. I don't know what's up with these people driving down here, man. I don't know why people just don't pay attention, or I don't know what it is. That's what I don't like about Miami is the traffic and the drivers. Besides that, Miami's not that bad. It's just expensive. And it gets hot in the summer. Like right now, it's great. It's like the best time of year to be here, but it's just expensive though. Like when I was down there, it cost me a lot of money. But the gas isn't really that much unless you're like on the island and stuff. But I've been talking way too long. It's like 9 minutes. Of course, I get one that wants to go all the way down there. I'm not doing it because I'm going way down there again. It's like Uber knows that I'm going north, and it's like, no, we want to keep you down here. Uber, I'm not going back down there. If it was going north in a heartbeat, I'd take it. But I'm not driving. If I drive all the way back down there, then it's going to take me forever to get back where I'm at for $13. Now, if it was $30, maybe 20 something, might do it. But I'm right here, Hollandale Boulevard, Hollandale Beach. Let me get into Fort Lauderdale. I'll drive around Fort Lauderdale, go a little south of Fort Lauderdale, but I got to get a little closer home because, I started later, but still, I don't want to be driving home at 3 o'clock in the morning. I hate doing that sometimes. I hate to use that word, but I don't like doing that sometimes because it's tiring driving all the way home at 2 o'clock in the morning. Traffic's not usually too bad. It was kind of bad during Art Basel, but it's not always too bad, but it's still a long drive. Like, it's a boring drive in a sense because you're on 95 and it's just going. Like, it took us an hour and 54 minutes to get from Stewart Caner Highway to, or it might not have been Caner, it might have been US 1, but from Stewart to the Fort Lauderdale Airport. And I went in express lane, which reminds me I've got to pay for that tonight. I did it just because I was trying to get there faster. I literally knocked 20 minutes off. And you know what I found out is if you take the express lane to the airport, Fort Lauderdale Airport, it doesn't get you off at the airport. It says airport, but it actually makes you have to go and you have to do a U-turn. It still was a little bit quicker, but it added like a mile to it, and it was really kind of weird because I'm like, why? The Miami, you can get an express lane and you can get straight to the airport. It's actually easier to get to the airport in the express lane. Fort Lauderdale Airport it says it, but it doesn't have it. It literally gives you the wrong direction. So I really didn't understand it. Like, next time I know to get off an exit before, which it sucks because when you get off that exit, it's not really exit, but like 2 exits before, it's like right when there's heavy traffic. So then you're gonna skip all that stuff to get stuck in traffic just to get off at the right exit to get off for the Fort Lauderdale Airport. Because that was the first time I ever took the express lane to the Fort Lauderdale Airport, and for some reason it did not work out as way as it advertised or said it was going to do, so I don't know. But besides that, I've been talking way too much, but I'm bored. Like, I got that one little trip and I got a couple other ones, so almost to Hollywood, and then I'm gonna work my way up to, it's like if I go over there by what's the casino? The Hard Rock. I'd probably get some Premier ride. Actually, it's more in the daytime because people are going to eat down the street, so they need a ride from the hotel to the restaurant, and from the because it's probably cheaper to eat because the hotel's expensive, super expensive. Everything in the Hard Rock's expensive. Like if you're going to stay at the Hard Rock, or if you're going to stay at any of those places, it's super expensive. I had originally thought about staying one night in one of them, and I was like, yeah, right. I am not paying $500 to stay in this hotel for one night. I could stay for a week at extended stay or an Airbnb for that same price for one night. I'm sure it's a great room. It's nice, but that's way above my budget. Way above my budget. So, trying to wait for a ride, trying to work my way back up towards Fort Lauderdale. So I did 3 trips, made 172. I was getting rides, so everything I kept going back towards Miami. When I got into Fort Lauderdale, I wasn't really getting anything. I drove up to Lighthouse Point, didn't really get anything. So I just said, you know what, it's 10 o'clock. I'm just gonna go back. I mean, I made almost $200. It's all good. And I'm gonna go home. I gotta hit the gym because last week I missed the gym a lot, and I hate missing the gym. I'm going to the gym. I'm gonna edit another video because tomorrow night is Thursday, and I'm going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm going to be doing literally late night Miami, Wynwood, downtown, and Design District. That way, I'm gonna hit all the club scene. I want to see if their premier rides are just as busy when it's not Art Basel than when it's just regular Miami. Hopefully by this point, everybody has recovered from Miami, from Art Basel, and ready to party again. Because if they ain't recovered by this point, then they're just really not real partiers. Because listen, if you're a professional partier, you got to be ready to go all the time. Back in my day, I could have outdone them. Now, these people do go to space and do all this stuff all night. It's not easy. But when you're younger, it's definitely easier. I'm definitely older. But I don't care. I'm trying to make money. I partied when I was younger. I don't really care about all that no more. I'm not saying I wouldn't go out and have fun every once in a while, but right now my main focus is literally posting content and driving and making money and trying to show how to do stuff. So some days are a little slow. Like I could have tried to I could have stayed in Miami and done like some of those rides and ended up in Coral Gables and made a couple $100, but tomorrow night and stuff, I'm going to be doing that late night, so I'm going to start kind of late. I could have worked later tonight, but I did pretty good. I started off good. Well, actually, what I might do, what I'm thinking is, I might try this again early in the daytime, hang around Stewart, see if I don't get a ride to PBI, do a few rides, make like $100, $150, go back home, relax, wash the car before it closes, and then head down to Miami and do a few rides. But I don't want to work too much because I want to make sure that I don't need a full 12 hours, but I do need a good 8 hours because I'm going to work late. I'm going to try it out. I don't usually like working that early morning, but I haven't done late nights in a long time because when I first started, I was... So, get it out, make sure it's clean.